Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a Frankenstein monster hat. Please like this video and follow my channel for lots of sewing and DIY costumes. So the great thing about a Frankenstein costume is that you can basically wear green and black clothes, maybe some green gloves, and it is kind of the persona of the Frankenstein monster. But what really sets the costume apart is if you have kind of the head and the face of Frankenstein. So this is a hat that you can make. There's a free pattern that you can get on my blog, and it has like the black hair that you can do, and then it has the bolts on the side. It's just a simple hat, and it fits kids about 5 to 10 depending on the size of your child's head. So this one I actually made for my son, and I did short hair for that, but if you want to do long hair for a boy or for a girl, you can add like pigtails or ponytails or something like that. You can also add that white stripe that you often see on the girl Frankenstein, but really it's easy to customize to make it however you want. It's a really fun hat. It can be worn just as a regular hat to keep your child's head warm, or it can be used for a DIY Halloween costume. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need green sweatshirt fleece or polar fleece, some black felt, and some gray felt. You also need the pattern for the Frankenstein hat. You can get that on my blog, and the link is in the description. Start by cutting the top circle out of the green fabric. Then we're going to cut 2 side pieces also out of green. Then you're going to cut one of the side hair pieces from black. And then cut one top, the circle, from black. The last thing we're going to cut is the bolt pieces from gray fabric, or gray felt. Now the first thing we are going to do is place the felt hair right along the top of one of the sides, and we are going to sew these 2 layers together all the way around. Now take both of your sides and fold them with the short edges matching with the right sides together. And we're going to pin these 2 sides and then sew the seams with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Now you're going to take your circles, and the black one is going to go with the side that has hair, and the green one's going to go with the plain one. And we are going to pin the circle into one side to create the top of the hat. And make sure when you're doing the black one that you're pinning the black at the top of the hair so it looks like a full head of hair. Now that you have the two hat pieces sewn, you're going to turn the lining right side out, and you are going to slip it inside the outer hat piece. Make sure you match up your seam allowances, your side seam allowances in the back, and match them up right sides together and pin this outer edge together. We're going to sew around this seam with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, but you're going to leave like a 3-inch hole to turn it right side out when we are done sewing. Now we're going to turn the hat right side out through the hole that we left. And push the lining of the hat down inside the outer piece. Now you're going to press this edge so it's nice and crisp and tuck in the seam allowance right here. Then you're going to go around the edge and sew a 1/4 inch away, and that will secure the edge, make it nice and crisp, and close that hole. Now take your bolt, the ends of the bolt pieces, and you're going to place 2 together, and we're going to sew around the edge with a zigzag stitch to combine these layers. So now we're going to put the bolts together. So take one of your long rectangles, and we're going to roll it up. So now it's a nice little tube. So I'm just going to do a quick stitch to keep this part of the tube closed. Then you are going to take, once you have your tube sewn together, you're going to take the end of the bolt and you're going to place the tube kind of in the middle, just like that. And we are going to just do some hand stitches to keep it in place. Then you are going to take the bolt that is now finished and put it on one side of the hat. And then hand stitch that on. And that's how you make a DIY Frankenstein hat for a Frankenstein costume. I can't wait to see all of the costumes that you make. Please share them with me on social media, and I hope you have a wonderful day.